Hi everybody, welcome back. My name is Lynn and I'm Pretty Papercrafts 67. Today I am going to continue on with my creative design team project for paper inspirations, and I am using the 49 and Market products nature study. So I will link all of the kit supplies down below in the description box, and yeah, so if you're interested, you can hop on over to Sue. I will also link a discount code down below. Sue has offered my subscribers 10% off your complete order if you order any of the products that I show in the videos. Okay, so in the first part, I explained that I was going to make a journal, and I'm going to make a tab-bound journal. So in the last video, part number 1, we made and decorated the covers. So I have used corrugated cardboard and lots of fabrics, and then I've just done a massive layer up of all the elements associated with the kit. There's the die cut elements, the frames, and also the acetate pieces. So that was our front cover, and then on the back I did actually add a few extra things just to give it a little bit more dimension than what was in the video. So I'm pretty happy with that one now. And then on the inside covers, we just cut and really roughly stitched around some of the patterned paper in the kits, in the packs that Sue sent, and I've just really distressed those edges up really roughly. I wanted it to look a very, very old kind of journal. So that was part number 1. Now today we might do some work on the signatures. So I'll put the covers away, and I have completed 2 signatures. This journal is going to have 4. Now they're not big signatures. I haven't got a lot of papers in there, but I have used like this handmade watercolor paper, so it's got that really beautiful texture and it coffee stains really well. So on the signatures that I've completed, I've already sewn around the pages. I've done some hand stamping on various pages, and I've used the stamp sets I've used are the Stampendous, I think that's the one you call it. This was sent to me in my design team kit, and this one is called Butterflies. That is for sale over at Paper Inspirations. I'm also using a darkroom door, what's this one called, Leaves. This is just a brand new stamp set that I've just bought. This is also available over at Sue's shop, but I don't think the 10% will apply to this one. But this is beautiful stamp set, really lovely. And then the lovely Vicky gave me this stamp set the other day, Wildflowers Volume Number 2, and this is a darkroom door again. Beautiful, beautiful stamp. So I have used those, and I've just, as I said, done some hand stamping on some pages throughout each signature. So it's only got 3 pages, so 6 sort of surfaces. But I just wanted that really, cute little notebook style journal. So that's page number 1. Number 2, I've just got to see if I'm in frame at all. Oh yeah. So that's a leaf stamp, and I've just 2-toned inks to stamp that one. And then I've also got that beautiful big autumn leaf there stamped, and one of the wildflowers as well. But in the center of each signature, I've taken 2 pages and I've created a big tuck spot pocket. So I've just sort of folded a page down, decorated it, and again I've just put heaps of all the elements in there to give it that real 3D effect. And then so that's a nice big tuck spot there. And then on the back of that page, I've also created another pocket there. So each signature will have 4 pages, and then your middle pockets to store all the ephemera. So that was signature number 1. And then number 2, one of the butterfly stamp sets, or butterfly stamps from the Stampendous set. And then some more wildflowers, and then that's the middle of your signature again with a nice big tuck spot, and that's really nice and deep. Turn that page and I've got the pocket there, so that's a really nice deep pocket as well. And then some more hand stamping there, beautiful leaf, it's like a fern. and then one more of the butterflies. So let's work on another signature. So I've got 2 more to go, but I've prepped this one ready for today. So we'll put these back in order. And we'll just put our book off to the side. So what I've done, I've just taken my pages and I've machine stitched around the edges just in preparation. So that's 1 page, 2 pages, and then we've got the middle page that we're going to create the pocket or the tuck spot and the pocket. So let's get on and do that. Now I have worked in advance or worked ahead of time, and I've chosen the card. I call it cardstock because it's a really, really heavy, good quality, but it's actually the pattern paper line. Now I will link it below because I just can't. It's just not coming to me at the moment, the name. So I've picked, that's for the back pocket. I've picked some elements that I want to play with, and then I've got this sheet here, and that one's going to tuck in behind there, and this one's going to sit on the top of there. I have machine stitched them all in a really messy stitch, and I've distressed all the papers, and I've torn them in and ripped sections and heavily inked, so to give it that really, really old look. So what we want to do basically, I'm going to stick these 2 pieces down, and yeah, so we'll get that on the go first, and I'm going to use the Helmer's Tacky Craft glue. Now this also came in my design team kit. Sue sent me the fabric glue, the tacky glue, and also the tiger grip. So now they're available over in Sue's shop as well, and I have used this one a lot and can swear by it. Really love it. I've just started using this one, and I think it's a good quality glue as well. It sticks really well, and the dry time isn't too long. So we'll just put some glue down, and we'll get those stuck in place. And how is everybody today? I hope everyone's having a wonderful weekend. Sunday today, start of another week to come. I wonder what will happen this week. Right, so I'm just going to press that one in place. And then now this one here, and measurements, I guess the measurements that I've chosen are to suit my piece of paper. So this one, let's grab a ruler. This is how many, let's say 8 inches by 5 1/4 inches. But that, if you're going to try a project like this, that would very much, your sizes of patterned paper would be determined by the size of your page. So yeah, I don't think size matters. Oh, well, not in this instance anyway. Anyway, yeah, and that little area there that I've just tucked back under, that's about 1.5 inches. So I just wanted to do that just to add some interest, but also to give that edge of that paper some stability. So I'm going to stick that down along that line, but it's, yeah, I thought I'm not going to waste more paper and take it right to the edge, because folding it down like that will cover it. So I think I cut it at about 3.5 inches wide. All right, so that's the front, and as you see, it's still open at this stage. I haven't closed it in to make a pocket yet. Now the back pocket, we're just going to flip it over and basically just pop that one in place. And I am just going to take it just a little bit away from my center, from the center of the page, just because when all this is finished, I will actually, with my machine, sew it into place. So I don't want it to be too close to that middle seam. And because this is a pocket, I'm only going to glue it down the 3 sides. And we'll just do that, and along that bottom edge, and then up that way again. And then, like I said, I'll just keep it a little bit away from that center, but still sort of keep within the edge of the page. All right, so that is that one. Okay, this most beautiful paper. I wish I could, I've got all my little strips where I cut off the branding strip. So let me hunt for a minute. Here we go. So We've got the coloured foundations. That's not this kit. And hopefully, no, that's coloured foundations as well. I think it's Ledger pack or Ledger something or other. Ledger paper. There we go. Ledger paper number 4 is this particular kit. It's just beautiful, and the colours are very vintage. If you like a sort of a very vintage grunge botanical, then you're going to love this paper pack. Now, as I said in my previous video, when I received my creative design team products, I went over to the website Paper Inspirations, and I did pick up an extra pack that coordinates with this nature study. So in my kit, I got all the acetate pieces. Now, I don't know if that's coming up on camera, but they're just beautiful. The detail is gorgeous. And there's some leaves and these beautiful mushrooms. So I'm going to use a selection of those. I've also taken from the die cut kit just a selection of the paper die cuts. This was a piece cut off of the pattern paper. Yeah, and I've just sort of fiddled around, and I've done some rough machine stitching and things like that, just in the essence of layering everything up. And then I also received the packet of Nature Study film strip frames. So these are gorgeous. So we'll just bring out some of these and just see if they might work as well. And I really love these big, heavy pieces of film strip, I guess it's what's the name of the pack. So yeah, basically all we're going to do is we're just going to have a little bit of a fiddle. I love that big film strip piece right there. Just excuse me, I'm going to have a mouthful of my coffee. And then we've got something like this, the mason jar, which I think could be really cute in sort of tucked in there. We've got a piece of the pattern paper. That was a scrap, so I've just cut it down, and again I've really roughed up the edges and just done some really messy machine stitching. So that sort of thing there. Like I said, I'm just layering. Now when this part comes across, that'll hold all of that in place, because I'm actually will glue that flap. If you didn't want to do that, you could just glue it on the two sides and then have another tuck spot in there if you wanted to. So let's sort of get this back to how I wanted it. Something sticky on my finger. So just that kind of thing. So then, yes, I've taken 2 tags and I've sewn them together, and I think that could look really nice sort of there. Or sort of there, something like that. I've got this beautiful tag, and I kind of like that popped up there, or that could even go in there like that. And then this one, look for beauty in the everyday, and I've just again machine stitched around and did some zigzag stitch, so I like that sort of there. I've got a mushroom from the kit that I've just from the die cut paper pack that I've just machine stitched down the stem, and I think I would like to put a bit of fibre in behind that mushroom, so I've just taken my offcuts from the sewing. I'm just going to kind of bind those together a bit, and I just sort of think something like that could be nice just in behind that to add a little bit more texture. And then I'm going to bring in the acetate pieces. So I've got the beautiful mason jar. That's why I think I liked that tag in behind, because you'll lose it if you, yeah, see, that's better. And then I've got some leaves that I thought I might tuck in behind that piece of wood, that sort of thing. Just layering everything right up. I love the word wandering, so I'm thinking I might put that sort of about there. I've got this little piece from an insert from one of the frames. I'm just going to pop that straight over the top like that. And then some of these mushrooms can again sort of highlight areas in there. Something sort of similar like that. So I reckon we'll just start with it. I reckon it's going to turn out completely different to how I've laid it out now, but that's okay. All right, so I have inked around everything and I have sewn. Now I am going to say with the acetate pieces, should you buy these and work with them, the tacky craft glue says it dries clear, and it does, I suppose, for the most part, but behind the acetate it tends to have like a milkiness to it. So I have found the fabric glue is a clear, crystal clear glue, and it works better behind the acetate pieces. So just a little tip there if you are buying or are using this Nature Study acetate bits. I'm just going to give my hands a bit of a clean. Alright, so I really like that film strip piece right there, and I don't even mind it hanging out because I think we could probably punch a hole in there and dangle a charm or something from there. Okay, so because it's acetate, I'm going to use the fabric glue, and I'm just going to pop just a bit of a line, nothing too much, because everything else will kind of sit over it and you won't see that anyway. You do unfortunately see the glue through it, but yeah. Just be a little bit mindful of that where you're placing the glue, what will show and what won't. So I've got the big mason jar that I'm going to sort of put there, and I love this tag kind of poking out behind it. So I'm just going to grab some string for the tag. Now what I want to look at, I'll just put this string in the tag first. Oh. If it will play the game. Thank you. And I'll just trim that off a bit. Alright, so what I want to look at is, I should have paid more attention before when I was laying it out. Now I really like that sort of thing, but I just want to know, yeah, I think it would be a waste. I was thinking I would hand stamp some butterflies on the mason jar, but I think it will just get covered up and it will just be a waste of a butterfly stamp. So I might rethink that. So all right, let's go for something like this first up. So we'll take that one away, and we're going to stick the tag in place. And I've just got a bit of seepage here that I may as well use. But I mainly want to use this tacky glue today. Oh. It's a bit stubborn. There we go. Alright, and you don't need very much of this either, I've noticed. Alright, so we'll kind of stick our tag kind of there, and I like everything at a bit of an angle. Let me just check that I'm in frame. Yes. And then the big mason jar, which doesn't look like I've inked that one, so I'm going to give it a quick ink up. I kind of want it to sort of sit. There's a roll in the paper there, so I kind of want it something like that. And again, I've just machine stitched down through that part of the print, and I've just machine stitched down the side, done a bit of a zigzag. And I do tend, because this has got these very vintage colours, which are gorgeous, I'm just double inking. I'm using, so this one is the sepia, and then I'm just using this Memento Express Truffle. It's very dark, so I'm just kind of touching it in different places, and it just kind of gives a bit of shadow, a bit of depth. So I've been doing that with all the other pieces, double inking colour. All right, so we'll put this one about there, and we'll just have a look-see. And then this one I kind of want about there. I like that. All right, so we'll put the mason jar down first. Just like that. Kind of want it about there. Let's say about there. Now I could have stamped a butterfly on there, couldn't I? we could still do that maybe. And then this one here, I'm just going to check the flat will come over. And then what do we put in here? The mason jar. Yeah, I love that. So I use a little bit of the fabric glue, just a touch. And I'll try and put it in areas that, oops, so you'll probably see that. Yeah, it's all going everywhere. A little bit hot here today, so I tend to find that makes glue a bit runnier. So I'm just going to want to sort of tuck that in underneath, like that sort of thing. Now there is glue there, more glue than I wanted to use, but anyway, that's okay. Hopefully we can hide it. And then I'll just check in again, and I like that one about there. Okay, I'll grab that off and I'll put that one down in place. Now, unfortunately, we are covering up the butterfly, but that's the way it goes sometimes. Okay, so that will close down like that. I love that. Then we've got this beautiful piece of wood grain, or what looks like a cut log, and I sort of want to put that about there. I'll put that in place about there. And then these acetate leaves, I just want to kind of tuck them in behind. So I'm thinking the glue that's on there might, if I can tuck it in, I might be able to put just a little bit here and then anchor that in behind, kind of like that. And then I've got another lot of leaves here. And I'm kind of going to pop that in behind there, like that sort of thing. And then I just love this frame, and I just think that highlights that little sentiment. Oh, that's lovely, but I am concerned that the glue is going to just go silly. So we'll just try real hard just to put a little bit like that. And then pop that down on there like that. A little bit of glue seepage. All right. So that is that done, that section, the back section. So I'll bring that up to show you. So isn't that pretty? Now, actually, I've just had a thought. I will have to bring these leaves over a bit because that is going to interfere with, that is going to interfere with the edge of the page. So that might be a little better. We'll just manipulate those a bit while the glue's still drying. Sort of. So that's better. I just needed to keep it just inside. That will work well. But yeah, it was too far over, hanging right over like that. But so there you go. So that we've got our leaves, our mason jar, tags, just all little bits and pieces all built up on there, which I think is beautiful. Now, what I will do now is there's no reason why not. So I'm gonna close that up like that. Or do I want to? Well, it doesn't matter, does it? We'll close it up. Oh, and I've got this word wander as well, which I just love. So we'll put that one down. And we'll kind of put that one. Now, do we want it there maybe? That could be nice because it could give that tag some sort of interest. And I'm just sticking it down and leaving the middle kind of up a bit, just to give it like an old wonky look. Oh, that's cute. All right, so let's stick this section down. Like that. we'll just give that a bit of a minute to dry. And I'll just put a paper clip there and a paper clip down this bottom edge, just for now. And now we've got these other little elements. So we've got the tag, which again I want some string for. Okay, so I'll just pop a bit of string in there. So I've taken 2 tags and just sewn them together. Like that. There's 2 tags and I've just sewn them together. I'll cut that a little shorter. And I really think that's quite cute, just sort of like that. And then this one here, I don't want to cover up all my zigzag. Either way, I'm covering up zigzag. I wonder if that, no. So I think I'll go like that. And then bring in our fibres somehow. Pop them about sort of there. Oh, sticky fingers. And then we'll just pop these acetate mushrooms down on the fibres, maybe. Maybe sort of something like that. Don't know now. I had it in my head before and now I've lost it. I do like that because it gives it that 3D, and I love the fibres. Do I want this mushroom? Do I want it in behind? Maybe. Then it's sort of hard to realise what it is. I think it needs to show the stem. Yeah, let's just put it there. All right, so we'll put this one down. We're just going to forfeit a bit of that zigzag stitch. So we're going to sort of put that one there. And then we're just going to bring in some fibre. Just touching a little bit of glue. And just placing that fibre over the top. Just cotton. It's just cotton from the sewing, from the pages. And of course it's sticking to me everywhere. I'm going to use the scissors. Alright, and then I'll change up the glue and we'll pop those mushrooms down over the top of the cotton. So that's number 1. I'm not going to flatten it right in. I'll give it sort of that floating kind of look. And the same with this one. And just sort of layer that one up in front of that one. And then we can stick that whole piece down like that. And we'll kind of position that about there. And I kind of want something here, I think. And once they all dry off. Okay, so that's what we've got so far. Like that. So again, it's got a nice 3D element. You've got your leaves, acetate leaves, and we've got all the die cut elements, the mason jar, we've got the beautiful big film strip. It's just lovely, but I think I want something there. And I think I'm just going to use this stamp set and just stamp a number sequence, I think. Because they don't have, well, this one's got words, carefree nature. Oh, nature could look nice there. Let's try that instead. I think that's it, nature. Grab a stamp block. And I'm just going to do it in order. I want the dark or the light. Let's stick with what we know. Let's go rusty hinge. So I'll put a bit of that on there. And I've just got to work out what's up and what's down. Okay, so that goes that way. And I'm just going to, sorry if my head's in the way. Oh, that's all right. That doesn't matter. That's nice. I love that script. I am disappointed that there's a line there, but these things happen. All right, so I'll put that one away. Okay, so now I'm not going to close up the pocket yet. We have got the back one here to do, but that takes a bit of thought because I haven't even gotten things ready for that yet. So that would go in there like that. Now I don't mind these bits hanging out. I could, which I may do, may just trim it a little shorter, but I like this edge bit here to pop some sort of metal charm or something on there. And then, as I said, once I'll keep that open, I'll take that to the machine when I'm off camera, and I'll show you on another signature. Oh, I can't because I've closed the pocket. Sorry. So yeah, I'm just going to level that up as best I can to keep my center line the same, and I'm just going to run straight down there with the sewing machine. And then once all those pages are together, then I will glue this section and glue this section and close that pocket up, and then it becomes a nice big deep tuck spot, side tuck spot. All right, so what I also want to do while we are here together is we'll do the hand stamping on each of the pages, and then I'll sort of think in my mind if there's something I can decorate this back pocket with quickly. So I'm just going to lay I'm only using the two, so this I'm going to use again, like I said, the Wildflowers Volume 2 and the butterfly set and the leaves. So I've just got I've got Distress Oxide in Forest Moss, I've got the Fossilized Amber, I've got Shabby Shutters, which is really nice, Shabby Shutters, Rusty Hinge, and then I've got these ones here as well. So I'll grab that big stamp block. Now I'm going to do another leaf because I just love the leaves, and this one is gorgeous, this big fern. And I think I have probably already repeated it, but we'll just go again. So I'm going to use the Forest Moss, and I'm just going to lay that down. And I'm just trying to achieve like a bit of a two-tone effect. And then I'm just going to take the Fossilized Amber and just touch it over sections, trying not to cover up all the green. And then I'm just going to stamp it straight down here in this section on the page. Now this is because it's a very rough paper, it's sort of, the image imprint is a little bit not so solid, just because it takes a bit to absorb the ink into this sort of paper. But yeah, that's pretty. So you can see little bits of yellow. I don't know if it's coming up on camera, but you can see the yellow through the green, or the green through the yellow, I should say. And I just love that stamp set. It's beautiful. So that's that page. I'm just cleaning off my fingers a bit. Just clean off the stamp. Okay, so that's that page. Now I'm going to do this page here, and I'm going to do one of these big butterflies. All right, now I have used that one. That one is beautiful too. That could look really nice right there, maybe. Or even that half one flying is cute. This is beautiful. They're all beautiful. I've used a few of them now. Oh, I think I might go for that big, it's a butterfly, but it's got like a mossy kind of look about it. So I'll grab that one out. And I'm thinking I might put it sort of straight down in the middle there. But what colours do I want? I've also got, which looks really pretty too, is the Broken China. So we might do, what do I want to do? Let's just see how this looks like. So we'll put some Rusty Hinge down. And then we'll touch some of the blue over at the broken china and see what we get. Probably be more yellow. All right, so I'm just going to go that, not yellow, green, I bet you. I hope I'm in frame. So I'm just going to lay that straight down there. Give it a good hard press. Oh. Not very defined, but what I will do, which I have done in some others, I'm going to come back in with, I don't know, watercolour pencil or something like that and give it some definition. So, still very pretty. I do love that stamp set. I used it on not such a porous kind of paper and it turned out beautifully. So, I just think it's the paper. Alright, so we'll put that one away. And then I'm going to use one of these flowers, and let's go for, I've used that one, I haven't used this one, I don't know, maybe I have, but let's try this one again. This is lovely, and we'll put this one here, and on this one I'm going to go the sepia. And let's try some of the fossilized amber, just little touches here and there. Isn't that so pretty, the yellow? And let's see what we get here. Oh, that's pretty. Yeah, I like that a lot. Nice. And then we've got this last page here. And I think we might come back to a leaf. Let's try this leaf. I haven't tried this one. So let's have a look and see what that one looks like. And I'm just going to go a bit of green. Maybe we'll go two-tone green. We've got this forest moss, I think it's called. Yep, forest moss. And we'll put some shabby shutters on there as well. And let's see what this one turns out like. Oh, that's lovely. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? These are beautiful, these leaves. Really detailed, gorgeous. All right, so that is all our signatures stamped. So we've got the fern. We've got our little butterfly, we've got a pretty wildflower, and another leaf. Don't know what sort of leaf it is. Anyway, and then we'll pop our centre in, and that is another signature done. Like I said, once I've sewn it in place and sealed that pocket up, then that is another signature finished. So then we've only got one more to do. Well, we've still got to do this back pocket, but I haven't really given that any thought. So what I might do is I might do that one on my own, and then we can, next video, we can finish the fourth signatures back pocket then. All right, so I'll just pop that one back into place there, like that. And that one goes there. Now I'm just, so there's a little hole there for that film strip, which could look really nice. It's just sort of there. That could look really nice with a charm or something. So just let me have a look what I have. I haven't got my tools handy, but maybe we could use a bulb pin. And maybe we could use one of these Tim Holtz tokens. Oh, there's some with bulb pins on them already. Cool, even better. So we've got cherish, altered, or artful. Oh, I do like cherish, so let's see what that looks like. And all I'm going to simply do, take that signature, and I'm just going to thread that up into that hole. Oh, isn't it? Oh, it's not even a hole, so let's fix that. I'll take a crocodile and we'll punch a hole. I thought they were cut out. There we go. And then, again, take that, thread that up in there. Close that up. Oh, that's nice. So that will go down there, and that will go there, and then that one will hang from the end. But I think I may, when I find them, I find my tools, I may replace the bulb pin with a what do you call it? Not a split ring, a jump ring. I've got jump rings here, and I think that would be better. I just don't have my tools handy. So yeah, there you go. So that is, and then I've got one more signature left to go, and I'm going to repeat that exactly like I've done today. I'll sew around all the papers, and then I'll turn my paper back to make the pocket. And then when I come on camera next time, we will finish this pocket. We'll decorate this pocket up next time. All right, so there you go, guys. Creative Design Team project for paper inspirations using the 49 and Market paper line nature study. As I said, I'll link all the products below, and don't forget that coupon code for 10% off your order. I hope everyone enjoys the rest of their weekend and has a great week to come. Please stay safe and well, and I'll see you all again soon. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.